Welcome to the O.W.P. This is our wrestling podcast. This is Dave along with Jess.
Hello, Dave.
And Craig.
I forgive you.
Bringing you our perspective on the world of professional wrestling. No inside sources, no ties to the industry, just stories from the diehards, sharing opinions with you. And now on to our topic today, Unforgiven 2002. Hit us up on Instagram at O.W.P 2019. Click on Linktree. You can find us on several platforms, including Apple, Spotify, SoundCloud, YouTube, iHeartRadio, Stitcher, Google Podcast. And don't forget, we are now part of the Wrestle Hub family, all about wrestling podcasts. Catch them at the Wrestle Hub on YouTube and Instagram. You guys ready for a little ruthless aggression?
It is September themed, and Unforgiven was a September WWE staple. So we wanted to cover Unforgiven, and I chose 2002 because I just looked at the match card and I was like, we're doing it. So this is going to be really fun. I enjoyed this card immensely. And if you don't mind, Dave, I'm going to jump right into this horse shit. So this happened on September 22nd, 2002 from the Staples Center in Los Angeles.
First pay-per-view that Staples Center ever had for WWE.
Oh,
I did not know
Craig.
that.
Just a plethora
You're welcome.
of knowledge.
Thank you.
Fantastic.
I do my research. I'm not an asshole. Thank you.
And there was 16,000 fans in this arena.
Actually, 1,786. Thank you. I'm not an asshole.
I am an asshole because I
also-
did no research for this. I'm just,
So I want to talk about the climate of professional wrestling. WCW was doing bankruptcy at this point. So WWF was the only
Doing
show
bankruptcy?
in town. This was, I would say, a little over a year, probably a year and 8 months or so, 9 months, 10 months after the sell of WCW. So we have the remnants of the Monday Night Wars here. We had some new faces here. We had some familiar faces from WCW that were finally cutting their teeth here. So this was after the Invasion angle shit the bed. This was after the NWO came back and kind of shit the bed and all that stuff. So now we're actually getting down to the fucking talent.
I was going to say, we're just getting down to good old-fashioned wrestling.
Good old-fashioned wrestling. That's never paid off before. So this, I am excited to do this. This was a good pay-per-view / great, and we're going to get into it right now. If you don't have any objections, David.
3, 2.
Fuck you, Dave. We're going to go to the first match. We're going to go to the first match, which was an opening contest.
Schedule for 1, 4.
Cute David Jess goes. That's hilarious.
So basically, the opening match here was an 8-man tag team match. 8 minutes and 58 seconds. It's Booker T, Bubba Ray Dudley, Goldust, and Kane. They defeated the Un-Americans, who are made up of Christian, Lance Storm, Test, and William Regal. I'll read my notes, and I will turn it over to you guys.
No.
They did a great job of keeping the crowd hot. This LA crowd was on fire. Good opening match, and thumbs up were my basic notes. It was a fun opening match. It was cool. They got to do all their spots. The crowd went nuts, especially for Booker, and it was great. Go ahead, Dave.
There was a couple of things here. Bubba was added to the feud since he hates the American haters. Kane had...
Okay. Are you reading this shitty fucking site again?
No, it's different. It's not the same.
Oh,
one.
it's a different
American
site, or is it the
haters.
same?
And Kane had made his return the night after SummerSlam to top the Un-Americans from burning the U.S. flag, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
And early on in the match, there's a lot of fast tags.
That's basically why you got elected mayor, just so everybody knows.
And that's it. A lot of fast tags, keeps things exciting, right? You know, Bubba
Stop
and
reading this shit review, Dave. You're angering me.
Thumbs
My
up,
blood pressure's
thumbs down,
raising.
thumb middle.
Yeah.
All right.
Stop reading this shit fucking review that you're reading right now. We're reviewing this, not that shit fuck that
Okay.
you're reading.
I'm going to give this a thumbs up, and here's my notes for this.
Okay, you do
it was the best test match I've ever seen. Actually, I think
Because
in
there
my...
were 7 other guys to cover for his shit.
Perhaps. But his intensity, and then here's the thing about...
Rest in peace, though, seriously.
Recipes.
Test.
Love you, Tess. The fact of the matter is, I think at this point in time, like there is, they're all working very, very hard to climb that mountain to grab that ring. And as long as in addition to being the best test match, the intensity and the speed and the hard hitting of all 8 guys in this, like, and that crowd in Staples Center, which is LA, tough to please, and they were still on fire in their first pay-per-view ever. It was fantastic. Good way to start.
Dave?
I'll give it a thumbs up, but the review doesn't agree.
Fuck this. Go ahead, Dave. What's the review?
No,
say?
is this the same
seriously,
source?
like,
Yeah,
Is this
Dave.
the same source?
no, it's different. I swear to God, you told me not to tell you. You said
The
don't
whole
tell
thing
me.
is we've introduced this new thing where Dave he'll read some kind of dirt sheet, and he won't tell me who the name is, and I don't want to know the name, and I just want to get furious at their fucking reviews. Go ahead.
It's called
in their
Regardless
defense-
with Dave Raider.
In their defense, yeah, Dave's wearing shitty Raiders clothes. So what do you say?
Regardless
so
with
in
I
their
Dave
love the
Raider.
Raiders. What?
In their defense, and eventually my defense, we are looking back at this with 2020 eyes, looking back and now suffering through today's shit product. So of course I'm going to look back here.
Okay,
Maybe this was a correct review that
This
you're
was
gonna read
reviewed in
for the
2008.
time. Go
Just
ahead.
so you know.
2008. That's a long time ago.
So
This was 2008 review. You said
yes,
dope.
yeah.
12 years ago.
Fuck,
Okay, go ahead,
6
go
years
ahead.
after?
Yeah.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Okay. While the Booker segment was a bit slow for my taste, the match was a solid opener to get the fans excited. Kane continues his push on the way to a title shot, while the distinction between the Un-Americans kicks it up a notch. 10 minutes, 2 3/4 stars.
Stop.
It was not 10 minutes.
I know. First of all, he's right in that. This is the best I've ever seen Kane. Like the skinniest,
Because there were
biggest.
7 other guys that could go in there. He could do 2 spots and get the fuck out of the ring.
Whoa,
Yes.
whoa, settle down.
But body wise, this was the best of Kane. But that dude is full of shit. Like this was to get these spots together for this 8-man tag in the with these fucking 8 guys in this much
Yeah.
time.
I don't want to hear
it's
your
good.
shit opinion of what you think the book think I don't care.
Whoa!
The 8-man tag that opened this match and the reaction of the crowd was fire and thumbs up, and it wasn't
Yeah,
10
the crowd
minutes.
popped,
It
man,
was
no
8
doubt,
minutes
no
and
doubt.
58 seconds. Fuck, get it right.
In Los Angeles, they were hype.
Yes.
Over.
Dave, what do you think? Thumbs up, you
Oh,
said?
it's thumbs up, yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
The second match is the second match is an Intercontinental Championship match. The defending champion Christopher Jericho.
Who I don't know who that
took
is. Who is that?
Did you
took on
did
the,
you forget the
some-
backstage segment?
No, go ahead. Tell me about this.
Stephanie McMahon tells Billy and Chuck not to win tonight for her, but for SmackDown.
Stephanie back here in O2, huh? She
Whoa.
steers my drink, if you know what I'm talking about.
No, I don't.
Puts the
actually.
cream in my coffee, if that makes sense.
I don't know what you're talking
She puts the mozzarella cheese in my pizza.
She puts-
so anyway, so that
Very
backstage,
political.
and then Christopher Jericho, who's an unknown wrestler, defending the IC title against Ric Flair, an up and comer who never got his feet under him. 6 minutes and 16 seconds. So it was 6 minutes and 16 seconds. Here's my notes. Ric Flair has obviously aged, obviously by this point in 2002. 6 minutes. Chris Jericho and Ric Flair, 6 minutes. Really, that's it. Ending was rushed for no reason. It was very simple and generic. So I gave it a thumbs in the middle only because the name Ric Flair is in here and Chris Jericho is in here. I could very well give it a thumbs down because it was just silly talk. It was just these two guys rushed out there for no reason. It just furthers my hate for the IC title after a certain year. They just shit on it and didn't do it any favors. So I give it a thumbs in the middle because of the fact that when I watched the match, all 6 whopping minutes of it, it was cool. It was fun to watch those two work together. But the ending was weird, and they were trying to tell a story that the new heel Chris Jericho outfoxed Ric Flair, the old fox or whatever they fucking said. I can't remember. It was just stupid shit. So yeah, and Chris Jericho's pointing to his head as he walks out or whatever. So I give it a thumbs in the middle only off respect of the names. Craig, go ahead.
Jericho, there's nothing wrong with Jericho. Not turn this back. Every last to turn this back on Jericho. And Flair's tapping out at the walls of Jericho. Who's the dirtiest player in the game? Who got outsmarted? Chris Jericho. Well, the referee.
Yeah, thumbs up. It was great. Flair could still go, and
Well, that's true.
I feel bad that I was a lapsed fan during this period because they were firing on all cylinders. It was great. It was a good match. Thumbs up.
Even for 6 minutes, Craig.
Yeah,
Okay. Dave, fucking read your shit.
read it.
I'm not upset. You're upset.
To regard.
Thumbs down. But that's my take. But here's what it reads. The match was far too short to be anything great. These two could have had a really great match, and they had just been given enough time to do anything. It doesn't help matters that the IC title was added to the match at the last minute. At this point, the WWE wasn't even trying to do anything with the IC title. The match did accomplish its goal of Flair realizing that he wasn't on par of what he used to be. After losing to Rico on Raw and how Jericho all within a week, he needed to make changes. 7 minutes? Yeah, you said 6.5. 2.5 stars.
Whatever.
Is he rounding up? Or is he just ridiculous?
I think he's rounding up. Backstage, Eric Bischoff tells 3-minute warning to win the match.
Round him up, Dave.
Rico is now officially with a 3-minute warning as their manager. Go Rico.
I can't hear you. I didn't say anything.
The next match is a singles match. Edward Guerrero took on Edge in a singles match. In 11 minutes and 55 seconds. And let me tell you, I'm screening the notes. What a good match. I hate watching Guerrero for selfish reasons because he's gone. And on top of that, he's gone and he can't teach today's generation on how to be a fucking great wrestler, how to move in there, how to be amazing. I miss him like so fucking much. And I hate these reviews because he's so fucking good. I love Eddie Guerrero. I always will. Edge had his working shoes on and he was learning here. You can't tell me that motherfucker Edge didn't learn from the feud with Eddie Guerrero here. The ending was so fucking good. That powerbomb off the top rope was so good. And the sequence leading up to it. Thumbs up. This match was fantastic. I loved it. I absolutely love this match. It was beautiful. It's pro wrestling at its best. Dave, go ahead.
Sure. I mean, there's some spots that you really like. Oh, you mean, I'm sorry. I was going to give you some.
No, I mean, go ahead. Read this dipshit.
Drop some knowledge.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, Eddie, does attempts his old school turn into Hurricanrana. Edge drops into a sit down powerbomb.
It's
pretty
the
cool.
Thing he attempts. Fucking stupid.
Yeah. Eddie gets his foot on the road because he cheats and steals. There's lots of fun stuff, right? It's just I just don't. God, it even gets me mad now. You can really see signs of Eddie's future popularity in this match. Edge once again shows that he needs someone talented to carry him through a good pay-per-view match. I didn't write this. I swear to God.
Wait, what? Repeat that last sentence.
Edge once again shows he needs someone talented to carry him through a good pay-per-view match.
Time out. No, time out.
Wait. Before you get mad, I'm going to read the next sentence. You can really get mad. The guy couldn't have good matches with Christian nor William Regal in the past 12 months.
Okay.
Meanwhile, both Eddie and Angle were able to get something decent great to get out of Edge.
Eddie and Angle decent.
It's
decent.
Anyways, not as good as their no DQ match on SmackDown, but I enjoyed this more than their SummerSlam match. 12 minutes, 3.5 stars.
So okay.
You don't get to continue.
So, yeah, you don't get to.
I tried to help you, Dave. Now it's just.
Let off the exposed steel. Eddie steps and flip. He's got the tights. And Eddie Guerrero defeats Edge.
Here is your winner, Eddie Guerrero.
What a damn matchup. Take your hat off to Edge and Eddie Guerrero.
So here's the thing. Let me just say, I'll let you go, Craig. I'm sorry. I apologize. I'm upset and I'm trying to calm my emotions down. So here's the deal. Edge only started his singles career in 2001, okay? He was doing all those tag team, the TLC matches before that. So he just started honing his singles career here. The fact is that this guy made the review in 2008. How good did Edge become? Of course, Edge in 2002 had to have veterans teach him, like Eddie Guerrero and other people that he was, and Kurt Angle eventually, and all that, to teach him. Of course, no fucking you dumb fucking asshole. Not you, Dave. Sometimes you, but not you right now. Fuck it. Why the fuck would you say that comment, especially when you're reviewing it 08 and you knew what Edge became by 08? Fuck that. William Regal. Okay, William Regal struggled for a couple of years to find the WWF way of doing things before Regal actually started branching out. And as talented as Regal is, and as of a veteran as he was when he came to the promotion, Regal went through many different phases to try to figure out the WWE style. So comparing him, Edge couldn't have a good match with even William Regal. Okay, and Christian? How's Christian all of a sudden deemed at this time in 02 better than Edge. They were the same. They were in the same tag team. This guy is ridiculous, and it's a different guy than the last time. David, you're raising your hand. Go ahead and speak. You piece of shit. Sorry.
No, I'm just tickling Brock's chin. That's all.
Oh, whatever.
Jesus.
Craig, go ahead. Go ahead.
Here's the thing. Eddie Guerrero and Edge is 4 stars.
Yeah.
Yes.
The only other comparable match on the entire card is Benoit and Angle, also 4 stars. This is the second best match, if not the best match, comparatively to the entire rest of the card. Anything else and anyone ever has to say against this is full of it. Thank you.
And doesn't know what they're talking about.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Did you say
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, I love it. Hey,
All right, so the next match I will jump on. 3-minute warning.
Wait, what?
Defeated Billy and Chuck in 6 minutes 38 seconds. I give this match a thumbs down. I like the 3-minute warning back here, especially when Bischoff would be like, "Did I hear someone say 3 minutes?" Like that was really cool. I love that tag phrase. I don't know why.
Yeah, it
I
was
like
really
Bischoff
good.
doing it.
People would go crazy
just-
when they heard it too.
Yeah, this match unfortunately just didn't do anything for me. I gave it a thumbs down. I thought it was the only match on the card that drug the show down for me. Craig, what do you say?
Thumb down.
Dave, what is your piece of shit mentor say?
Well, I'll give you a thumbs down on it. After Billy and Chuck turned straight, they lost their overness, if that's a
Yes.
word.
I agree with that.
Rosie was still a useless sack of shit. Well,
This was after the gay wedding, by the way.
and I'm just reading. This is not my words.
Commitment ceremony. Thank you.
Umaga wasn't as good
It's
as
a
he is
commitment
now.
ceremony.
I don't know what now means.
Dave.
And Billy and Chuck, whether gay or straight, was terrible. I will give you one guy how good this. I'll give you one guy how good this was. Okay.
What?
If I had to say this match went on for about 3 minutes too long.
What? Oh, that's crazy. That is crazy. Because they're called 3-minute warning.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Oh man.
Oh, wow.
So two fat
Humor.
Samoans bust in my
Ooh.
house and hits me with a Samoan drop
Oh,
and a top couch splash.
That's like Bill
1.5
Cosby.
stars.
Bill Cosby is so
All right, I
funny.
don't care about this guy. So the next match is his name is stupid fucking lines. The next match is Triple H defending the World Heavyweight Championship against Rob Van Dam in a singles match. 18 minutes and 17 seconds. Let me read the notes here. I remember this specifically being a major test to see if RVD could hang in the top tier in WWF. I feel they just didn't get in rhythm with each other. Like for 75% of the match. They weren't bad. They weren't flubbing stuff, but they were just doing a lot of weird on holds and trying to feel each other out. The crowd really wanted to get behind RVD because at this time, Triple H was doing his famous beat everybody thing, and he was trying to like do the Ric Flair run with the World Heavyweight title where he's like the heel that always cheated to win and all that stuff. And it didn't work with Triple H here. There was a lot of people, especially I remember specifically on the internet, being really mad with Triple H here and being like, get the fuck off my TV. So people were really loving RVD to send Triple H a message like, we don't like you. This was also during the period where SmackDown was definitively better than Raw for a period of time. So Triple H was kind of getting a lot of negative press from the insiders in pro wrestling here, but I was just trying to watch the match. I absolutely hated the ending. However, the reason why Flair turned here, he would lead into being Triple H's manager, and then about 8 months after that, Evolution would form. So
Big
I
deal,
understand.
bro.
Yeah, that was like almost a year off from this point, but he became Triple H's manager, which I kind of liked at the time. So even though I didn't like the ending at all, fucking Flair coming in and doing the turn or whatever, especially after his 6-minute rendezvous that he had earlier in the night, I understand where it went, but like I gave it a thumbs in the middle because they both. You really do need to give Triple H props. He was trying here. RVD was learning the WWE style. He was that ECW rogue guy that was kind of high spot. They were trying to tame him and show him the rhythm of the way they do things in WWF. And I'm not opposed to that. I'm not opposed to that all the time. I know Triple H is getting a lot of hate here, but at the same time, I saw two professionals not click in the beginning, but not give up either, and they worked really hard. And the ending did get a big pop. I didn't care for it. Craig, what do you say?
I agree with you. They didn't work great together. They worked okay together. Good match. Van Dam, I love. The crowd was with him. I think Triple H still had the upper hand, both politically and in the ring here, and they still had a good match together. There was something strange going on with these guys. I think politically and just overall, maybe Rob Van Dam just didn't give a care. Even like there's a promo early on in this, which leads to an angle later on in the championship match, but Triple H comes in the locker room, jaws at Rob Van Dam and talks about him and Flair and how Flair's not worth it anymore. And Van Dam says something to the effect of,
I forgot about that. You're right.
I'd rather team with someone like this guy than who you say is a loser, blah, blah, blah. But all that said, this was, I find it very hard loving Triple H, and I really do. And RVD should have shined a lot more than he did here, and I think it's because of Triple H, but I didn't hate it. It was a good match. I hope that makes sense.
What, you give it thumbs in the middle?
I'll say thumbs up. Fuck.
Oh!
What?
Big God, God. Kick out! Kick out! Kick out! I can't believe this! What the hell is the winner of this bout? And still the World Heavyweight Champion, Triple H! After Ric Flair got talked to like a government mule bot, the world champion, Flair kicks out, he thought he was going to help Van Dam.
What?
What does your piece of shit reviewer say?
No, I'm not going to read the review.
Okay, all right.
I'm going to tell you something right now.
Okay, all right.
There's code on this podcast now.
There's what?
Okay,
There's
all right.
fucking code on this podcast. I'm
Okay,
gonna
all right.
let all 9 listeners know about it.
Okay, all right. 900.
When
Selfish
these motherfuckers say they worked really hard, that's code for shit.
It's not true.
Fuck that guy.
They worked really hard.
It's not true.
Was it good?
Right.
Was it good? No, it wasn't. It wasn't good. It didn't.
Which is why
It didn't.
I gave
it didn't
I
work.
gave it a thumbs in the middle.
Okay, don't hurt yourself with that thumbs in the middle.
I'm not.
They worked really hard. I keep hearing that like week after week after week.
This guy.
They worked
Or
really.
or 2 episodes, but week after week. That's fine. Go
They
ahead.
worked.
Go on.
Well, you know what? If you want to, pull the curtain back, you can do that as well. They worked really hard.
Oh, can he pull the curtain back? His
They worked
14-year-old
really hard.
fucking
What is
version.
your point? Is what I want to know.
Thumbs down. And
Okay.
whenever you say they worked really hard, I'm gonna give it a thumbs down. You want me to read
It's
it now?
not true. It's not
way
true.
too
Just because
way
I say
too
that.
long of a match for these two. At times, the match dragged on terribly. I really have to question the choice in giving Hunter the title and the win. RVD was very over at this point, and a reign could have been just the thing Raw needed to compete with a SmackDown 6. With Shawn Michaels coming back
I
soon.
just said that. Sorry.
I know, I'm just reading. I'm reading the thing like you asked me to.
Then why are you doubting my that worked hard comment? I'm right about everything, Dave. Don't ever go against me. Don't ever fucking go against me. I don't know why you do it.
It's
You
true.
insist on doing it.
It's true. He's right.
And then 2 seconds later,
He's
you read
right.
something that shits all over your opinion. So go
Hey,
ahead.
Dave.
It's fine.
Keep reading.
I've told you I would read it. I'm
Wait till
gonna,
we get
I'm
to the
gonna
main,
tickle his
yeah, wait till we
chin.
get to the main event. Dave will be like, Brock Lesnar worked so hard. Oh my god, it's crazy.
I won't say that. I'm not gonna say it. I won't. I just.
Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, it's gonna be great.
It's actually it is legitly. I'm not being a dick, but it's you guys are driving me fucking crazy with that statement. They really worked hard.
Dave, you're working really hard right now to bog this podcast down. So go.
I love you, David.
Finish up and go.
Instead, they gave it to Hunter with the exception of the Elimination Chamber match. Couldn't get a good WHT defense against anyone until December of 2003. Damn. This does not set up the long-term relationship between Flair and Hunter while setting
What?
while setting up a second piece of Elimination Chamber 2 stars.
I don't disagree with that.
Did he forget about Evolution?
I don't
This
know
does
what he
not set
said.
up the
Jess, can you
long-term
explain? I
relationship
don't know
between
what
Flair
Dave
and
just
Hunter?
said.
It's a while. Evolution's a while away. So now the next match is Trish Stratus versus Molly Holly, who's defending the WWF Women's Championship here. They had only 5 minutes and 46 seconds. I just wrote on my notes, what a different world 2020 is with women's wrestling, right? This is when Trish Stratus got serious about wrestling because she came in as like a valet or whatever at first, but she started
Escort,
her
whatever you
run
want to
here.
call them, yeah.
I feel that they sped through a lot of stuff at this point. I don't know why. I just felt like the first half of the match was them sort of like knowing they have to hit certain spots, so they just didn't put any character or effort into it. They just made sure they hit the spots. Does that make sense? Like, and I'm not shitting on them. And I know I'm gonna read exactly what I wrote, and fuck you, Dave. They worked hard, is what I wrote. But Trish Stratus,
I was gonna say, did they work really hard, Jess?
Trish Stratus won the title here, and I was shocked when Jim Ross was like, she just won her third women's championship. I'm like, third? She was only into like a year of her actually becoming a good pro wrestler. So I gave it a thumbs in the middle. I probably should have given it a thumbs down, not because of these two, but because they only got 5 minutes and 46 seconds, which was a kind of a speaking loudly 2002 term of how they treated women's wrestling back here.
The hard
Craig,
part
go
about this,
me?
this too, is that you compare this now. By the way,
I enjoy this podcast. I want to keep enjoying it because of this. I did not watch this match, nor will I rate it. Thank you.
I don't blame you.
Thank you.
I will say somebody else did watch this and they said yet another terrible women's title match.
Hey, I don't disagree with that. I was being nice because I was in a great mood.
Yeah.
Stratus. Whoa, look at the get him! Bull rope! Get him! Counter! Will this be the hook of the leg? They did it! They did it! We got a new champion, JR! Trish
The winner
Stratus!
of this bout and new women's champion, Trish Stratus.
Yeah, it said working with such terrible women that Molly had
Whoa.
to work with for 2 years really started to regress her in quality. 1 star.
The next match will change everybody's tune. It was a singles match. Chris Benoit defeated Kurt Angle. 13 minutes, 55 seconds. Let me read my notes. They worked hard. Dave fucking counted that. You piece of shit. I didn't put that.
They worked really hard.
I put my first note was, did they ever have a fucking bad match? I don't think so.
Can you? Did Angle ever have a bad match?
I only watched it again to enjoy it. I already knew I was going to give it a thumbs up when I knew that the match was on the card.
deal.
And it was one of the main reasons why I chose this card, by the way. The last 5 minutes were absolute gold. Thumbs up. I have nothing else to say. Go ahead,
There
Craig.
you go.
All of it. Thumbs up. 5 stars. It's just so sad to see the WWE network when you want to watch this match, you just see Kurt Angle in singles competition.
Yes, I actually wrote that. I forgot to read that.
To see that and then not be able to experience it or see it, like you're losing millions of fans, but so hard hitting, so unbelievable. They're the best. It's wonderful.
They were always great. What do I say?
Yeah.
Dave, I know what you're going to say.
Fuck
You're gonna
WWE
cry,
Network.
probably.
Yeah,
Disney's emotional.
it's a thumbs up all around. I mean,
These two back-to-back matches are Dave. Dave is rock hard right now, by the way.
yeah.
Dave is rock.
Sorry. Wrestling clinic is the term that people would use. Night off is another term that they would use. To
Working
work
hard is another
Super
term.
hard.
No, this is not working.
people
That's the point. This is not at this moment in time. This is not working hard. This is
Yeah, getting hard. I get it.
This is
whoa,
Go on.
whoa, bro.
What?
But the fans,
What?
did they love it? Yeah, maybe not right away. But
No, the
this
fans sat on their hands this whole match. They were sleeping. No, I'm just kidding. They were
Fans got hard.
So yeah, it's probably one of the better, if not one of the best matches you'll find. In
there's
Angle
many other
Sevens.
reasons why you should go back and watch this show.
You just
but
need,
this,
you need
of
to
course,
watch it.
Just
we
this
can't.
match alone, you should go back and watch.
Yeah, and this.
Benoit, he's a genius. Finish the roll. Look at this. Oh, look out. Chris Benoit. Benoit speeder on the rope. Benoit speeder on the rope. Benoit wins. Benoit uses the ropes to win.
Here's your winner, Chris Benoit.
And this particular person rated it 4.25 stars for you.
Oh, good. Well, I'm
Apparently,
glad.
this is Star Search, where you can do quarter stars.
Kyle
I just had to
P.
throw it in. What?
Fuck.
I love how
Millennial son
everybody talks
had
shit on
4
Dave
stars.
Meltzer, but everybody adopts his star program. I love it. I love it.
I agree with you
The
on that.
hypocrisy
completely.
is so.
Yeah.
Just shower me with all the hypocrisy of all you.
Yeah.
Fucking
I'm not a
idiot
big fan
fucking
of the
idiots.
stars.
If you want to
System,
live
but
your
I thought
style,
that-
if you want to live your life from 1 star to 5 stars, Google Dave Meltzer photo 2020 and see if you want to live your life like that. That's
Yeah, right.
yeah.
Is he shredded, bro?
No, he's bald and horrible.
Well,
He's in
shredded,
shape, but he's bald.
His face looks like he's 90 years old. But yeah,
Yeah.
he's in shape.
Aw.
You want to fucking live on the right side of the block? I don't even. Is that? A thing?
Yeah, no, right
you
side.
You do the
baby.
thumbs up, thumbs in the middle, thumbs down, fucking grade scale of the O.W.P podcast.
Ooh.
No. Well,
Thank you.
Ow!
The next match is the main event of the night. It is Brock Lesnar defending the WWE Championship against The Undertaker.
It went Bruno Sammartino and Brock Lesnar.
20 minutes and 27 seconds. I'm going to read my notes.
Right.
Was Lesnar ever not terrifying? Because he was terrifying even back here. Undertaker was great here. He was in great shape. He looked awesome. He worked awesome. My God, that chair shot that he wrapped around Lesnar's head was incredible. I don't want to see that in 2020, but go back and watch it because that shit was cool. I normally would shit on a double disqualification to end a pay-per-view, but this somehow fucking worked, especially him throwing him through the fucking Unforgiven sign. Thumbs up all the way. This match was fantastic. It was the further progression of Lesnar, who this year in 2002 was like a banner year for a rookie, man. Lesnar beat all the big stars, won the world title, facing the Undertaker here in September. You know, just good shit, man. Lesnar was awesome back here. Taker was, what do you say? Of course he's Undertaker. He's fantastic. Great fucking match. I love this match. Dave, go ahead, only because I know you greatly dislike Brock Lesnar. Go ahead.
I love Brock Lesnar. What are you talking about? Oh my God. Basically when it comes down to it, it's such a clusterfuck. I'm quoting the write up here. The ref finally says hell with it, calls for the bell, double DQ.
What does David Butterfield think?
I think the match is very good when you think about the setup for it, but when you look at it in the realm of what actually happens, if you paid for a ticket, the crowd is chanting bullshit, are they not? Like, there's a lot of
after
bullshit.
the initial decision, but then when they fight up the ramp, they were, but when they fight up the ramp and he threw him through the thing, it was fine. It's fine.
I'm just playing, your dickhead review side that you don't like and mine. That's so basically
you chose him.
The match was a clusterfuck, plain and simple. But I'm reading it. I'm reading this.
The match was not a clusterfuck.
Stop it. Here's
it's supposed to be a chaotic situation to give reason to bring back Hell in a Cell.
That's what it was. Let me stop you right there. That's what it was. It was not a clusterfuck. It was booked to be a chaotic situation, which is what it was, which resulted in a DQ. This dumb fuck does not know pro wrestling. He just doesn't. He doesn't. He said two different things in the same sentence. He said, this was a clusterfuck, but yet it was booked to be that way. Yes. Correct, you dumb shit. You have eyes and you were watching the same thing.
He did say it's not a bad match, but it's not really a match.
I mean, okay, fine.
What the fuck is
even though it was a match all up until that. They had near falls and everything. So I don't know how that wasn't a match, as the reviewer says. Doesn't make any fucking sense. Dave's tickling.
I give a thumbs up.
2.5 stars.
No, goddamn, stop.
Oh, you fucking joking.
The fact that Dave said that after
was it Kurt Angle and Chris Benoit? No, it was supposed to be different. It was supposed to be. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I'm fucking sorry.
And by the way, he lists the best match of the night, Benoit versus Angle.
Of course. Well, of course, because it is.
Okay. It's 2020. This was 2002, 18 years ago.
And this review was 08, right, Dave? 08?
Yeah.
Correct.
Okay. Go ahead, Craig. Sorry. Just want to get all the dates right.
Brock Lesnar and Undertaker. I thoroughly enjoyed this. One of the best matches I've ever seen of Lesnar. The respect that he showed to Undertaker. The respect that Undertaker shows to Lesnar. This back and forth. When you stuck around for the second run and then the last 5, 6, 7 years of WrestleMania with Brock, it's very much him as a beast. This was very much 50-50. A great wrestling match. I love this match very much. They both bled. It ended fine. And I love Lesnar. And this was like his early season, rookie second year. Incredible.
With big knees right in the sternum of Brock. Another right here by the Undertaker. Lesnar's reeling. The match is over. Oh my God! No! God! Right to the side. There was absolutely no forgiveness for
And 12 years later, he ends the streak. That's how long they're
Right. Exactly. Exactly.
Wow.
The respect they have for each other during this.
made no sense. 2 stars. Fucking dumb shit. God.
Well,
get your head out of your ass.
You get so mad, but when you really think about it, man, I mean, Lesnar, and we've said this over and over, Lesnar changed the wrestling landscape forever. It's just a fact.
Actually, that blogger changed the wrestling landscape.
He changed his podcast forever because we're going to do this next week. I'm just saying, no matter what happens, because it's that good. But if you want to, get the whole thing down to the willy nilly of this random blogger, best match: Benoit versus Angle. Worst match: Triss versus Molly Holly. Overall grade: B-.
B-?
If I gave, I mean, what are you grading that on? You comparing that to WrestleMania of that year? I mean, I'm not asking you specifically to answer.
I understand what you're saying.
So when we did our Fall Brawl review, I gave that a B because of my enjoyment watching it now with 2020 eyes. I don't remember what I exactly felt about it back in the day. Probably not as favorable as I do now. So I'm going to look back on this. I will admit that I probably didn't look as favorable back here as I do now on this because in 2002 we were experiencing wrestling burnout. We went through this 5-year intense war, right? Where we saw everything. Old women going through tables, fucking people bleeding all over the place, hands being
crazy
given birth
shit.
to. Yeah, crazy shit. So in 2002, when we were just coming off that here. So I think the great wrestling that we all look back now, and so we all appreciate the Ruthless Aggression era now. I don't think we understood it while we were living through it, how good it really was. Looking back, and I know this guy's review or girl's review, whoever did
2008.
this, it was 2008, but at the same time, like, I don't even know how in 2008 you couldn't go back and watch this pay-per-view and be like, that was really fucking good. So if I gave Fall Brawl 97 a B because I was entertained by it, watching it as 2020 Jess, I got to give this an A, solid A.
A to A minus at the worst, right?
Yeah, A minus, not A plus, just
you.
a solid A because the rewatch value is great on this. Go back and watch it.
It's a thumbs up without question.
Jesus,
I mean,
yes.
If you want to play that into it, yeah, come on, man. There's nothing that came out in the realm of 01 to 05 in the WWE on these pay-per-views that wasn't in the B and above range. If you want to give it that kind of grade. The wrestling was just too damn good. The talent was too great. There was too many people that were so hungry. There was too much money, too much fun to be had. And, it's a great time wrestling. Hit us up on Instagram at O.W.P 2019. Click on Linktree. You can find us on several platforms, including Apple, Spotify, SoundCloud, YouTube, iHeartRadio, Stitcher, Google Podcast. And don't forget, we are now part of the Wrestle Hub family. All about wrestling podcasts. Catch them at the Wrestle Hub on YouTube and Instagram. This is Dave, Jess, and Craig signing off for the O.W.P. Have a good one.
Everybody work hard.